Imagine a group of children were split into two groups. Each of them was set a task to do. Fill the bucket with water the fastest.
But one group was allowed to start before the other.
By the time the second group had started, the first group had already won.
I think we would all agree that's pretty unfair and unjust. Sadly, this kind of thing still happens in our world today.
Some people are treated differently because of the colour of their skin.
But this whole world is made up of lots of different races with lots of different faces from lots of different places.
And they are all beautiful and unique.
Kind of like me and you, Jessica. We don't look the same, but we do have equal value.
So why isn't everyone in the world treated equally? To understand racial injustice, we have to understand what race is.
A person's race is often determined by the colour of their skin, and society sometimes has a way of putting people into boxes based on their race.
For some people, feeling like they are the only one in their box, or maybe that they just don't fit into any one box, can make them feel isolated and alone.
So when we talk about racial injustice, we're talking about the unfair treatment of people based on their race.
In the Bible, Jesus wanted to teach the Jewish people how important it is to love and care for all people, no matter who they are or what they look like.
Jesus tells them the story of a man who was robbed, beaten up and left for dead at the side of a road.
He was injured and lonely and in desperate need of help.
A couple of religious leaders who should have helped just walked by on the other side, even though the road was narrow, which made that task virtually impossible.
They stepped over him or climbed around him. Why? Because in Jewish thinking at that time, touching certain people or getting involved with the sick, dead or dying would make them unclean.
Those who should know better didn't help the man in distress.
Finally, someone does the right thing.
The next man to come along is the unlikely hero of the story.
It's a Samaritan who many Jews despised because they weren't like them.
But instead of walking past the man, he helps him, tends to his wounds and takes him to a local inn and even pays for his medical care.
The point that Jesus was trying to make was to encourage us to love and care for everyone, regardless of who they are or what they look like.
Jesus set us the best example of how to love everyone, so we can do likewise. Instead of putting people into boxes, we can tear down those walls and come together and show each other love the same way that God shows us love.
We all have a part to play. And when we make the choice to love people regardless of race, we can begin to make a difference in the world.
It's amazing how unique and beautiful each and every one of us are. And when we celebrate our differences instead of being unfair to each other, we can be the change.